Everybody, Welton Hong over here. Just want to let you know that Google just did a major core algorithm update. And typically, Google will be doing, which is not abnormal by the way, Google does major core algorithm update a few times a year. It's just that this year, the last previous major update was back in May. And then the one prior to that was in January. So typically every few months it will be doing a major update. It's just that this time it took a while because most likely COVID hit. So it pushed out right for a while. It's like 7 months before it had a major update here. And typically when it rolls out major updates, it does take a few weeks to completely roll out the update. So some of you will be seeing uplift in ranking your website. Some of you unfortunately might see your ranking drop. And typically there's nothing really to be afraid of these major updates if you focus on content. Content is still king. Right? So if you look at what Google typically publishes about what you should know about these major core algorithm update is it's always looking right to improve its search engine results. And these typically still goes back to focus on content. So you got to make sure you have more better original content on your website, right? Content and quality questions, right? Does the content provide original information, reporting, research analysis, right? Does it have expertise questions, right? And typically it's going back to this guideline here is called EAT, which stands for expertise, right? Authoritativeness, and then trustworthiness, which is really going back to, hey, if you want Google to rank you, for example, if somebody's looking for funeral homes in Las Vegas, what Google does is going to look for the best websites, best page out there that will deliver the best content about Las Vegas funeral homes. So you got to be adding more original content to your website pertaining to those keywords that you want to be ranked. And those content obviously needs to be unique content, original to you. So don't be afraid. Obviously, we always track what's changing, but typically we're not too afraid of these algorithm updates if you're not doing anything shady at all. But you might be seeing, because these updates just take a few weeks to roll out, and it's a little bit surprising to the SEO community because typically Google doesn't do major updates around the holidays. But due to COVID, it pushed out from May, right? The previous major core update was back in May, and typically would expect maybe one to be in the fall before the holiday season. But now holidays here and Google's pushing out updates, so it's freaking everybody out in the SEO community. But nothing to be afraid of if you aren't doing anything shady at all.